Hey guys, I'm back again this week with the first week of our boot camp. So I'm just going to run you through basically what we're trying to do and what we're looking for in this first week. So you should have your accounts all set up and ready to go, and you've got a basic overview of what order flow trading is all about. So this week it's basically just getting your eyes used to seeing the depth of market and how it trades, and just sort of familiarizing yourself with all the action that's going on, because it's quite a lot to take in and it's not going to be easy to even sit there and stare at. Like, I know for a fact when I started, it took me weeks just to be able to watch the depth of market for an hour even. So we're not going to try and do too large, sort of longer sessions. We're just trying to get you familiar with what you're seeing and trying to get your brain sort of wired in, really. Sort of just trying to open your eyes to what's happening. And like I said, it's not easy and it'll take you a bit of time. So just stick with it and see how you go for this first week. So the first week's really just about getting your eyes comfortable and just getting familiar with what's going on. So this week we're really just focused on watching this column here. So we've got our bids and we've got our offers. And we see in this instance we've got an offer of 1,000. So what we're looking for is when a lot of size prints, so we can see there 12s printing into the bid. What we want to see is a lot of size printing into either the bid or the offer. And we want to see that kind of maybe be 2-3 times as much as the size of the bid. So what that's sort of telling us is that there is a buyer there or there's a seller there, and they are sitting there with their special types of orders. Oftentimes they're called iceberg orders, and they are really just hiding a larger order. So what a big buyer might be doing is they may be sitting there, they want to buy 2,000 contracts, but they're not going to put all those 2,000 there because it's going to sort of give away their hand and show that they're interested in buying. What they're going to be doing is putting maybe a couple of hundred there at a time and just buying everything that comes their way and trying to disguise what they're doing. So that's our goal, is to sit there and spot sort of what's going on. So we want to sit there and we were only interested in watching the bids, the offers, and just this column here of the accumulated prices that are trading at each price level. And we just want to kind of find those spots where there are big buyers and sellers. And I can't really show you that too easily because this is during the middle of the day here, and that's the night session for Australia. And this is also my live account, which is not much good for messing around on. But you know, the premise is pretty simple. We just want to find those big buyers, those big sellers. So we're really just watching these three things to start with: the bid, the offer, and this particular column here, this accumulation. So we want, where it's 4 here, we want to see that accumulate and add up, continue to add up to, you know, maybe 2,000 in this case. And then we can place a limit order. So we just put the mouse there, we click in, we enter. So I'll do it up here. We enter, we can see the order pops up, but we're going to be obviously doing it at that price. And hopefully we get filled, and then we'll try and exit maybe at the next price down. So that means we're shorting there and we're covering our position there, and that's how it works. And conversely, we could do the same thing. If we are watching this bid and we see a lot of size printing and this really accumulating, then we'll enter an order here, and then we'll try and get filled on the flip side, and that's getting long. So, and to exit our orders, we just literally click on it like that, and it goes away. So it's really that easy. And like I said, the best time to do this is when there is big buyers and sellers around. So that's usually the morning. So if you're an American and you want to trade the bonds, that's going to be around 8 o'clock, between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. That's Eastern time. So you're going to sit there while the market opens and just wait and see what happens. If you're in Europe, you could probably try the Euro stocks, so that's FESX, or the Bund Bobl Schatz. So they're all options that you can look at as well. I'd recommend starting with something kind of slow like the ZN, not the ES. I know everyone likes to trade the ES, but it's a really, really difficult market to start with because there's so much activity, it's so busy. It's really very hard to see all the action. So a nice slow moving market is probably the best one to start on. And another thing with Xtrader is when prices sort of go up and down, or they mess around, the accumulated total actually gets reset a bit. So what you need to do is sort of keep on adding these numbers up in your head, or actually just watching the price level here. So we can see in this instance here, we've had 10,762 contracts trade. When that number jumps up to maybe 12,000, then we'll know that there's actually a bit of action going on and there's some buying taking place. So this is really all we're trying to do, is watch these, the bid, the offer, how big they are, and how much is actually trading at these prices. So there's not much to it this week, but it's really going to take you a bit of time to get your eyes used to what you're seeing. It's not easy. Like I said, it took me a week or more just to get my head around what we were doing. So don't feel overwhelmed or anything like that. Even if you can't sit through it for more than 30 minutes at a time, don't feel bad. It's going to take you a bit of time just to get used to, but it's in the long run, this is going to be the best thing you probably ever do for your trading, is trying to adjust and change your way of thinking and start seeing, beneath the market and what's about to happen and not what's already happened. So stick with it. And if you have any problems at all, please don't hesitate to get in touch. If my explanation isn't quite good enough and you need a bit more, again, don't hesitate to get in touch. If there's anything you need, let me know, and good luck with this first week of the bootcamp, and just do your best and stick with it.